right, what is it, PB?
No, this
It's
is Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
I hate this bridge. Well, I did. It was under construction. I had drove all the way through New Jersey and through Philadelphia and had to cross this bridge. And it was so rickety looking. I was like, oh my God, this was built in the time of Ben Franklin. Anyway, go ahead.
So I know that Brandon said that he's a Jersey guy, but what kind of Jersey guy is he? He grew up in the greater Philadelphia area. You're a big Phillies fan, big Eagles fan. You know, you're everything Philadelphia. Your company, Joke Zero, is in the eastern suburbs of Philadelphia.
He's a fan of my nephew, Saquon.
Mount Laurel, yeah. So the thing we might want to know is, what was the first significant film production company in Philadelphia?
Is this for a question for me?
Yeah, for all of us. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a guess and say Blinding Edge Productions, which is M. Night Shyamalan's company. So there could be some before that, but that's my guess because he films everything in the Philly area.
He sure does. That was going to be my guess as well.
Oh, of course, it was going to be my guess too.
No, well, that was going to be my guess, man. Well, because you used to work with Palm Star, right, Brandon?
Yep. I did, yeah.
And you guys did Split and Glass, and those are both M. Night movies, so this just makes sense. Why not pick M. Night? But the problem is, he hasn't been around that long. There's no way that film didn't exist before M. Night.
And that's my thought process as well, because back in the day, like maybe even the 1920s, New Jersey really was the Hollywood of film. Yep. That's what they describe it at. I saw a video online with Danny DeVito in it talking about that. So there totally could have been some bigger companies in Philly back then, right over the bridge.
It was Universal. Period. Just give it. It's Universal.
Knowing Papa Bear, I think Nick's onto something here. You're right. The folks who started Hollywood, if you want to call it that, or the film industry, had to flee New York and New Jersey area and go to accommodate Hollywood, which was nothing but a desert at the time, to sort of flee U.S. government intrusion and all sorts of other problems. And so you're gonna guess Universal. I'm gonna change my guess to Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yes.
Okay, Papa Bear, what do we got?
All right. Well, you know I love history. The first significant film production company in Philadelphia was Lubin Manufacturing Company.
Freaking steel mill, man. Like, what do you?
Well, it was an American. Yeah, Lubin, an American motion picture production company that produced silent films from 1896 to 1916. They were distributed with a Liberty Bell trademark. Wow. Sigmund Lubin built his massive Lubinville studio complex in North Philadelphia in 1910. Here he could work on up to 5 films simultaneously. He made 3,000 films throughout his career.
Wow.
But many of them were lost to a fire in 1914.
Half of Nashville was lost to a fire in 1925. I mean, it's just like fires, man. We didn't have fire under control. Quick story about that, just to your point, Nick, about like there's always a fire, right? Like the reason why the LA Dodgers are called the Dodgers. Do you know this story, Brandon? Do you know this story, Nick? Papa Bear?
I do not.
They used to be in Brooklyn. I think probably everybody knew that.
The Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah.
So back when they were the Brooklyn Dodgers, as they were forming, we were getting the trolley system. It was electric. And the lines were everywhere. It was complete chaos. People would step as the trolleys crossed and be electrocuted and killed. And so as you crossed the road in New York, you would dodge these volts and these trolleys. And they were called the Brooklyn Dodgers.
So we memorialized this by calling them the Dodgers. The survivors of the Dodgers. Got it.
Mm-hmm. We're the LA Dodgers today.
They had to dodge those
shout out to the
trolley
Dodgers
cars to get to the stadium.
Huh?